Hey guys! Now this is quite an important video and I've wrote a whole long list here because there's so much information out there that I couldn't possibly remember it all. But criticism is being banned now, it seems, especially in the Western world, but it's the big thing of the day, and it's been gradually coming into different parts of our lifestyle over the last few years, a bit like the boiling frog analogy. You know, people don't notice it if it's done slowly, and that's definitely what's happening. So first of all, I said here, comment sections in YouTube videos. That's been a thing of the past now, because if it's a controversial topic, they don't allow the comments. And it's not just on YouTube, it could be in other websites. Certain topics are like, no, we can't let people voice what they really think here. Certain emojis being deleted. It's like, really? Wow, they're that insecure. They're not allowing certain emojis now going around the internet, which I think is quite crazy. The dislike button. So they've started not letting people see if there are dislikes by other people. Again, they don't mind if there's support for things, especially because they push most things on the mainstream media. So most of the videos they're going to be putting on there is about something they like. So they don't want to show others if someone's disliking that opinion. The latest thing with Nigel Farage, haven't we? We've got him bank accounts closing people's accounts if they have the wrong opinion or they just don't like them, effectively. And that's dangerous. And you can imagine what this happens with digital IDs and social credit system and, you know, linking everything. That's why people are like treading on eggshells now. You daren't say almost anything. And even me doing this video, I'm a bit worried, but I'm not going to go into too many specifics, because if you say too specific things on YouTube, this video won't even be allowed up. So it's sort of a risk in itself. Now, has anyone lightened the mood a bit seen the Red Dwarf episode where criticism has been banned? And it's almost like they're seeing into the future, but if I can, if there isn't copyright, I'm going to try and insert the clip in next here.
Been doing any criticising this evening, sir?
Criticising? No, not at all, no.
Oh, it's just that we had a report of some illegal castigation in the diner this evening, sir. What about you lads? You been doing any criticising this evening?
No, no.
A little bit of chiding, perhaps?
Chiding? No.
How about blaming, sir?
No.
Harping? A little bit of panning?
Oh.
Not even scoffing?
Nothing.
You won't mind blowing into this criticising for me then, will you, sir?
What?
Go on, blow as hard as you can. You got a reading of 95, sir.
Is that good? Bad? What does that mean?
It means that your friend is way over the criticism limit, sir. I may have to take him down to the station.
Now, wait a minute.
You want me to wait, sir?
Well, yes.
Implying that I'm going too fast and therefore criticising me.
Look.
You're telling me to look. Insinuating that my attention isn't focused in the correct direction. Therefore implying that my...
I am not criticising you, okay? Look, we're here to warn you that your ship is on a collision course with a very important moon called Planet Rimmer.
I'm going to let you off with a caution.
Caution? How dumb is this guy? Hey, Lieutenant Asshole. If you don't move your dumbass spaceship, we're going to be flatter than your wife's droopy ass titties.
But it shows you how a society doesn't allow criticism, how it sort of decays, because you do need people to tell you if you're doing something wrong or there could be a better way of doing something. And if you don't and you ban it, you just paper over the cracks and things go badly, you know. What else have I put here? Yeah, perceived harms bill. So the eradication of dissent. That's what it's all about. If anyone perceives you saying anything that's just mildly, you know, just an opinion or even a fact. Certain facts now can get you put in prison or fined or ridiculed or cancelled. You know, biological facts or just yes, that's all I can really say. Facts are now getting you done. There's a famous quote, isn't there? When like truth is like liberation. And there's also the special poem, you know, when they came for other people, I didn't say anything. well, we must start saying things now when things are coming for other people, or they're coming down on others, because it'll be us next, you know, people. It's almost, I say it's communism coming in slowly through the back door, especially into Western society. And this is dangerous. Like, the list of approved things now is so small. You know, the message. You've got only a few opinions you can say, and they're clamping down on other information. They say misinformation. But in my opinion, it's just to prevent dissent and to prevent opposition to the approved of opinion. That's what it is. And of course, misinformation. Sometimes someone will say something. It might not be true one day, but 6 months later, it can end up being true. So who is deciding, like, the benefactor of all truth? And what is the truth at any given position? That's why we must fight for free speech. And that's one reason why I'm doing this video. So yes, the things they're cracking down on now is if you say anything that's dodgy about the climate, because they're pushing that, I think just to put as many green taxes as possible. And health, oh my God, you can't say something that's wrong if it's not by one of the big organisations of the world. No, you can't. You've got to have to have the approved opinion. So this is getting quite dangerous now, isn't it? The next thing I think they might start banning, because people have to speak in code now on videos, I think they're going to ban sarcasm next. Yes, if you're sarcastic in a video, maybe they will set up a sarcasm committee. And if you are deemed to have been sarcastic to something that they don't approve of, that will also get you maybe a prison sentence. And some people have been put in prison already for just saying opinions or doing impressions of people, or, you know, someone just got upset. So feelings are not allowed to be hurt anymore either. Like I say, I could go on probably for hours about this subject, but I'm sure you have got other things to be doing. But it's just the point that we're getting to a very dangerous position where you're no longer allowed to speak out about opinions or subjects that you feel strongly about, or just have an opinion about, you know. And I also think they're pushing, there's a lot of these protesters who are funded by billionaires, by the way, to push certain agendas, but then they also use it, especially mainstream media, to say, look at all this like, these protesters, look at all the problems they've caused, therefore we need to bring in this new rule that then sort of stops all protests and things, and they use these sort of bought and funded organisations to push those agendas as well. So, like I said, I could go on forever about this subject. I want you to write down below what you think. Am I being a little bit overdramatic? Do you think, though, it's true that the seeds of communism are coming in, especially to Western society? We need to fight for the right to have an opinion, for not be marginalised for it. As long as you are not advocating violence towards something, I think you're perfectly allowed to speak your mind effectively. And yeah, it's very dangerous times we're living in. So we need to band together. Good can triumph over evil, but only if the people of the good and who can see the dangers ahead speak out now, because soon we won't be able to. So it's in our hands, people, but people have got to get brave, and people have got to speak out about these issues that the net is drawing in on us. And as I say, criticism is being banned. We have a major problem on our hands, especially in Western society. Maybe people will be trying to emigrate and leave this area. So, yes, big things ahead, and spread the word, people. But have you noticed anything, even other things that you're like, oh, that used to be there. We used to be able to see that with the dislike button. Or we used to be able to do that, but we can't now. So, yes, like I say, I bet after I've just finished this video, I'll think of more and say, oh, I should have said that. I should have said that. Because it's every day now you're seeing something, and sometimes it's quite minute, sometimes it's quite subtle. And sometimes I need a notebook on me 24/7 to write these down, because some of them are so little in some weird ways that it can almost go unnoticed, especially if you haven't been awakened, you haven't been enlightened. You can see news stories and everything in a completely different light if you've maybe been following things in the last few years, and suddenly random events are no longer random. And you'll probably know who I've been watching if I've said that quote. But it's very true. It's very true. So keep up the fight, people. Good can prevail, but you've got to stay strong and you must speak up about these things now before it's too late. Okay, Big Blue Debate's out.